Once upon a time, in the quiet kingdom of Evermere, nestled between deep forests and green valleys, there lived a young healer named Alina. She was not of noble blood, but her hands could calm fevers, and her words could quiet pain. She lived in a small cottage at the edge of the woods, where the birds knew her name and the wind whispered secrets through her herbs. In the same kingdom, there was a knight named Rowan. He was strong, loyal, and kind-hearted. Unlike the other knights, he did not fight for glory or gold. He fought to protect the weak, the forgotten, the poor. He came from the village, raised by his mother who died young, and he wore no arrogance in his armor.
Alina and Rowan had known of each other since childhood, though they had never spoken much. Their lives were separate. She among flowers and potions, he among steel and horses. One rainy spring, a sickness swept through Evermere. The king's own son fell ill, and no healer in the castle could help him. Word reached the queen about a girl in the woods whose hands could pull death away. Rowan was sent to find her. When he reached her cottage, Alina was grinding lavender and feverfew. She looked up, startled to see a knight dripping rain on her doorstep. "I need your help," Rowan said simply. Alina hesitated. She'd never been to the castle, but something in his eyes made her trust him. They rode together through the woods, past rivers and ruins, up to the great stone gates. She treated the prince with skill and care. After days of silence and prayers, the fever broke. The queen wept. The king offered her gold. She asked only to be taken home safely. Rowan rode her back himself.
On that journey, something began. It was not loud or obvious, but when he laughed, she smiled. When she looked at the stars, he looked at her. And in the silence, their hearts began to speak. Weeks passed. Rowan would come by her cottage with excuses, a bruised arm, a cut from training, or sometimes no excuse at all. He brought her apples from the orchard, and she gave him tea for his tired muscles. But love in Evermere was not free. Rowan was being watched. The king's council whispered that a knight must marry for alliances, not affection. Alina was just a healer with no name, no bloodline. One evening, Rowan came to her cottage with heavy eyes. "They want me to marry the duke's daughter," he said. Alina said nothing. She only nodded. I want you," he said quietly. "I know," she replied, "but want is not always enough." He stayed that night. They said little, but their silence was filled with the kind of love that needs no words. The next week, he was betrothed. Alina stopped tending to her garden. Rowan stopped smiling in the court. Months passed. The wedding approached. On the night before the ceremony, Rowan disappeared. He went to the only place he felt alive, her doorstep. She opened the door before he knocked. "I can't do it," he said. "I can't stop you," she said. "Then run with me." She blinked. "Run? There's a boat at the river bend. I'll give up my name, my sword. I'll be a farmer, a fisherman, a nobody, but I'll be yours." She searched his face. There was no fear in him, only truth. They left that night, through the woods, past the castle lights, toward the river. The next morning, Evermere woke to rumors and rage, but they were already gone. They lived in a village far away, under new names. He built houses. She healed children. They had no titles, no gold, but they had peace and love, and a life that was truly theirs. And every spring, when the wind turned soft and the roses bloomed, Rowan would pick a red rose and place it on her pillow. She never asked why, and he never told her that it was the first flower he ever saw in her garden, the day he first came for help. The Rose of Evermere.